U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken and Saudi Foreign Minister Prince Faisal bin Farhan reaffirmed their commitment to preventing further spread of the Israel-Palestinian war when they spoke recently. Blinken said that a sustainable peace between Israelis and Palestinians is a shared priority for both us and the Saudi Arabia. The two leaders discussed efforts to reinforce regional stability and security, as well as the urgency of addressing humanitarian needs in Gaza. Blinken also welcomes Saudi Arabia's efforts to secure a durable peace agreement in Yemen. Meanwhile, joining us on the broadcast is my colleague Brian Thomas. Brian, over to you.
State Antony Blinken and Saudi Foreign Minister Prince Faisal bin Farhan, their unwavering commitment to monitoring the continued escalation of the Israel-Palestinian conflict, and Blinken also emphasized that cultivating a sustainable peace between Israelis and Palestinians is of paramount importance to both the United States and Saudi Arabia, and during the discussion
Brian, there seems to be a connectivity issue on your end, so I'm going to quickly let you go. But still with us on the broadcast and waiting very patiently is Mr. Sanjay Srivastava, International Affairs expert. Now, of course, sir, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken and Saudi Foreign Minister have now reaffirmed their commitment to prevent further protraction of the war. What do you make of this?
Well, I think these are very constructive, responsible measures being taken by whether it is United States of America or Saudi Arabia and some other countries. And certainly, it is very important for all the responsible nations that they should ensure that there is no regional escalation of this conflict. And preventing regional escalation of this conflict was one of the top priorities of the United States of America. And for that to do, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken have been, visiting the Middle East region time and again. And he has been keeping a close touch with the various countries of the Middle East region, including Saudi Arabia, Egypt, Jordan, and other countries. And I think thus far, the results are quite constructive. And I think this war, the nature of this war has been, it appears that been understood by the Middle Eastern countries as well. And the Saudi Arabia, UAE, other countries, they're also, it appears that realizing that this entire attack on Israel was done to disrupt the Middle East peace process, the integration process, the normalization process, and that is precisely why Saudi Arabia and UAE and other countries, they have responded towards this kind of a situation in a balanced manner. Though all the countries are concerned about the humanitarian crisis, but with regard to the Hamas's attack on Israel, every country understood that it was a terrorist attack. So I think since the nations are realizing that it was a big conspiracy to promote this idea of a clash of civilization to disrupt the normalization process, and that is why Saudi Arabia is also responding toward the situation in a very constructive manner. And Saudi Arabia, though they have raised concern about the civilian casualties, but as far as the entire situation is concerned, they are dealing with it in a balanced manner, and that is why Saudi Arabia is also of the view that there should not be any regional escalation, and precisely United States of America and other countries are also trying to do. All the other nations are also trying to ensure that hostages must be released, and for that to do, a temporary truce has also been done, though this process is getting somewhat delayed, but it will happen, and a truce is going to be happening. So I think all such indications are there that there will not be a regional escalation of this conflict. Though I know that there are countries like Iran and Hezbollah and Houthi and the militant groups operating in Syria and Iraq, they are attempting their best to escalate this situation, including the capturing of the vessel and targeting U.S. bases more than 60 times since October 7. So all sorts of such attempts are being made.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.